If you enjoy the content on this channel, please like and subscribe. Frasier Season 4 is an American television sitcom that was broadcast on NBC and originally aired from September 17, 1996 to May 20, 1997, consisting of a total of 24 episodes. The series stars Kelsey Grammer as Frasier Crane, Jane Leaves as Daphne Moon, David Hyde Pierce as Niles Crane, Perry Glippen as Roz Doyle, Dan Butler as Bulldog, and John Mahoney as Martin Crane. In this season, you have special guest stars Robert Prosky, Marsha Mason as Sherry, Martin Crane's girlfriend, James Earl Jones as Norman, Bebe Neuwirth returning as Lilith, Frasier's ex-wife, and Linda Hamilton in a small cameo at the end of the series as Laura. There was also a special appearance by Bob Sherman, playing himself. Some fun guest appearances in Season 4 was from a young Megan Mullally as Beth, and the wonderful Harriet Sansom Harris returning as Frasier's former agent, Bebe Glazer. As became a usual trope within the Frasier series, many famed actors and actresses would make phone calls to Frasier Crane's show. Most notably this season includes a young Kieran Culkin, John Cusack, Patty Duke, and Eric Roberts. Frasier Season 4 would also go on to win the Best Outstanding Comedy Series at the 49th Primetime Emmy Awards, its fourth win in this category, having won for Season 1, 2 and 3. And David Lee would win for Outstanding Director for a Comedy Series for his direction in the episode To Kill a Talking Bird. The fourth season primarily focused on the romantic relationships of the main characters. In the season premiere, Daphne gets a blast from the past when her ex-fiancé comes to town for a visit. Also now separated from Maris, Niles finds himself as a bachelor much like his brother. Niles first has a short-lived romance with a woman named Adele, at the same time Daphne has one with Niles' doppelganger. Niles and Frasier also take a shot in the dark and meet two interior decorators and decide to take them to a cabin in the country for the weekend, only for a series of errors to occur that ruin the weekend. In other events, Martin becomes involved with Sherry Dempsey, whom both the boys and Daphne come to dislike. Niles moves into a luxurious new apartment. Ross takes a shot at becoming a host on KACL. The family travel to Boston to celebrate Thanksgiving with Lilith, and Frasier and Niles discover that they were named after lab rats, and Niles, while filling in for Frasier during his radio show, becomes somewhat of a folk hero, or rather, his hair does, as it helps a Seattle Sonics player break from a slump. For Season 4, Dan Butler was added to the main cast, although Butler does not appear in every episode. Now once again, Season 4 of Frasier really hits the mark. It continuously amazes me how a show made in the 1990s hasn't dated a day. The jokes are relevant and the acting is absolutely superb from the main cast. And like I said before, you can see that the cast really have a fantastic rapport with one another. The show continues to deliver its sharp wit, sophisticated humor, and insightful character dynamics that make this a really beloved classic. Once again, the writing remains consistently strong, offering a blend of comedic situations and heartfelt moments that never overstay their welcome. The chemistry, as I mentioned earlier, between the cast members continues to shine, and the addition of new storylines really keeps the series fresh and engaging. I mean, some of the episodes that I would really like to highlight would have to be the two Mrs. Cranes, where Daphne's ex-fiancé comes to visit, and in order to make herself seem better, she introduces Niles as her husband, much to Niles' delight. Martin, of course, joins in the deception and deliberately pretends now that he's a retired astronaut, and Roz arrives unexpectedly and pretends that she is Frasier's wife. Or the wonderful episode To Kill a Talking Bird, where Niles has moved into his exclusive new apartment and throws a dinner party for his new neighbours. Niles has also recently acquired a cockatoo named Baby. The bird is easily startled by sharp noises, such as a doorbell. This causes problems in the evening when the dinner guests begin to arrive. This, of course, allows Baby now to dig her claws into Niles' scalp and refuses to let go. It's absolutely hilarious, and once again, David Hyde Pierce is superb with his slapstick. Now I could go on, because honestly there is really no weak episode within the season, but those are just some highlights for me. I mean, the mere fact that episode 1, for example, of the season received 21.77 million viewers just shows you how iconic this series was. Overall, Season 4 was just another continuation of this already fantastic, sublime comedy series. At this point though, of course, the characters were all familiar, the actors knew each other so well, and the writing was as dynamic and fantastic as ever. So really, it was just a continuation of this fantastic form, but still it impressed me that how many times the show was able to deliver upon every episode new, enticing and really introspective and interesting storylines, all the while of course keeping the common thread throughout the series. Would Frasier ever find love again? Would Niles finally leave Maris and pursue his true love in Daphne? Will Roz ever settle down? And will Martin maintain his current relationship that he has with Sherry, albeit he of course is the complete opposite of his two stuck-up sons? With its enduring characters, brilliant scripts, fantastic storylines, and sharp, sophisticated wit, Frasier Season 4 is an absolute real delight and well worth going back to watch again. Frasier Season 4 gets a 9.5 out of 10.